Turn the speaker off. I'm so unprofessional.
What'd you say?
I'm so unprofessional.
You always crack me up when you say, I'm over here trying to get my life together.
That's usually how it is. How you doing? Everything coming in now. It's like, because I just be sitting here and, you know, the world is in disarray. And so I have to get my life together.
Mm-hmm. Breathe for a minute.
Yes.
Live with Tallulah.
I got to get, oh, you know what? Now that you say that, let me find the link. I need to put it in there a couple times.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Look, Tallulah showing her face. It's so cute.
I'm being brave.
Boom. Oh, hell. Look, the enter button is very far away.
So I went in for my guitar lesson today, and my instructor, he's got schools are shut down for a couple of weeks. And so he is doing lessons by Skype for anybody that doesn't want to come into the office for lessons. Getting inventive.
That's good.
Yeah. He texted me this morning. He said, "Are you coming in or do you want your lesson by Skype?" I was like, "No, I'm coming in. I like to bug you."
So we only have 65 right now, but for any of those who are not subscribed to Tallulah's Tarot, there is the link right there.
Yes, shame on you.
Very much shame.
Come on over. I don't bite.
She does mostly political, but some celebrities.
We're going to do a celebrity live soon.
Mm-hmm.
Break the monotony and get away from the politics. As Lena says, too much news, not enough gossip. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Well, speaking of gossip, we got pretty salacious last night looking at everybody's love life.
Oh, we're going to have to go back to that again. We'll start after 5 minutes. Give everybody a chance to sit in, settle down. Get your snacks. You got your Cheetos and your M&Ms.
I'm seeing some people I haven't seen in a while because we're on a Monday night. Oh, Artie's here.
Why would they censor that? I don't understand.
Somebody get censored.
Already?
That it says from Naomi, hi you three, what a treat. Another live threesome. That got censored by YouTube. Like YouTube is special.
Oh, does it have threesome in it?
I guess so. It's like that is a word. I mean, you let it pop up there.
YouTube's being practical for money.
They're so special. They real special.
They're masking some things to look pretty.
Queen of Sanity, I'm gonna put you on the hot spot.
Hey, Queen.
Oh, somebody's manipulating some stuff with YouTube. There's some things that are going to come to an end on YouTube.
It's all manipulation.
I'm pulling cards already.
Like us.
We're already laying here, taking up half my table. So this will be interesting. Yeah. So apparently there was a dog that tested positive for the crown bug. So I told Gertie, I said, you might not get so many head kisses for a while. Here, I know.
Tucker knows not in the face. I don't let him kiss me all in the face and stuff.
Tucker is so cute.
Over there.
He is so cute. I love those little kind of wiry haired dogs.
Yeah, we made the mistake of cutting him one time. And I was like, we ain't doing that no more. He's meant to be special. Just look naked.
It look like nobody cares about you. Oh, how long you had him? Did you just get him? No.
Tucker sitting there watching
Like he had mange or something.
Is Tucker sitting there watching you? Because he seems very confused.
Oh, mercy.
He's a happy dog.
Who, Tucker?
Yeah.
Oh, Tucker.
I'm pulling cards on Tucker. He's like watching you, but he seems confused.
Why aren't you cuddling me? That's all.
Yeah.
That's all she said.
He's a happy dog. He realizes you're working.
Okay, we'll get started after 5 minutes is here, almost 6 now. So I want to actually start asking y'all if y'all would pray for Karen Dean. Her son, she said, has been diagnosed with the coronavirus. He is 26, so I mean he's still strong. He's still got a good immune system, but he said he feels sicker than he has ever felt in his whole life. So y'all just keep him in prayer. Now, for the first reading, we're going to look at the stock market. Is it going to continue to fall? And will it ever recover? Well, it will recover, but how long will it be until it recovers? Is this a long time coming or what? Well, now it's two things Trump has actually done in his presidency, and that is screw up what Obama has done and drain the swamp. It did take him 3 years, though, so Obama had some pretty good stuff in place. Like him or hate him.
Yeah, it was a lot he had to get through, right?
Oh.
He had a wall of stuff. I see recovery success. Oh, who's going first? Sorry. How
Go
rude.
Go ahead.
So I see that. So the first two cards I got was needing a new idea, need a new approach, excuse me. So, but the star came directly after it. So there is hope for recovery. There will be a success related to this, the recovery effort. And it may involve going back to some old ways. This is a judgment revisiting either people that were involved in the last recovery, which they may not want to do, but they may have to sort of reach out. And then along with the new idea, I also got the Fool. So they're going to, again, have to step out on something new to bring back the security and the reliability with the Knight of Pentacles. And then they're going to have to go off and learn about, think about what they've done. Think about what you did. This is the Hermit in this particular deck. So yeah, I don't think that it's going to continue to be in a downward spiral for very much longer. But they are going to have to go back and consult people that actually know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, I've got like there's some hidden things going on in the stock market, but it's also a timing thing. Like, you know, it bubbles up and then the bubble has to burst, and you know everything was great in the economy, and now we're juggling, right? I get that it will move forward, and this is with some planning involved. So that tells me that some people are going to do some things maybe to manipulate it. I have the good news card, but they are watching it. And I feel like people's emotions and how they're investing is really affecting it. I'm getting, there's some losses that we're going to be hearing about because I've got the moneyed news card right next to that. So there's some losses we're going to hear about. So maybe some companies that are actually end up folding. But in general, you know, there is an abundance. So I do think it'll come back. It's just a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm. I think this current perspective with the Hangman is going to have to take a loss or a step back. There is, because right now with the way that it's going, this current trajectory, you cannot recover from this mindset. So you're going to have to change things like Tallulah with the Fool card. You're going to have to step out on something that maybe you're not wanting to do. There is the financial card and the Two of Wands. You're going to need new ideas to fix your old problems, because your old ideas is what got you into this place. Donald Trump's administration does need a new judgment or a new something here with the Judgment card and the Empress. This recurring theme happens with Republican presidents, not to be mean, but it does. This whole trickle down economics does not work. So you have to try something new. In the end, however, I do get the Devil and the Five of Pentacles. It's not until it gets really horrible that it means horrible now. I fell 3,000 points today alone. So there will be a slow climb to an economic better, but it's either going to take new ideas or new administration. And we are close to both. So it's going to be better. You just have to have a new mindset. And if these old dogs don't want to learn new tricks, then you're going to have to hire new people.
Hey, Johnny, let's try going forward. Let's look at the stock market in 2021.
Under like potentially the new administration.
What it looked like in 2021. I feel like this whole year it's just going to be a roller coaster.
Temperance blew out.
I'm going to do mine in quarters on that one.
That's a good idea. Ooh, I got the rushing forward in 2021.
Yep, I have a lady taking action, the Lady of Wands. That might be a good sign. In the first quarter, a lady taking action on that. And then also, second quarter is still going to be a little bit of anxiety related to the recovery. However, the Six of Cups comes back in the third quarter, showing that they will be going back to better habits that they ascribed to in the past. And then the fourth quarter will be a successful one with the Six of Wands showing up.
Yeah, I've got first quarter maybe a little bit up and down still, but second quarter looks good. Third quarter looks really strong. It's working for us. And then fourth quarter abandoning some things. So again, there may be some things that have to be rethought that where money is invested, that some stocks may get abandoned. And then I laid a few additional cards, just like what's causing it. And it's judgment, the burden because of Trump.
Everything.
It's a reaction to him.
I get the moon. So here is the moon and the Nine of Cups, which are kind of the same to me. Like one is mystery, one is wishful thinking. So you have to get out of that trickle down mindset. And that's where the 10 of Swords and the 8 of Cups come in, to where you sort of have to walk away from this, the rich benefit first mentality. Because here is the imbalance and then the defeat of the imbalance because of nostalgia. So this is something that worked in the past, is what you're going to have to do now. Now, here's one thing that's, well, now I won't go there because it starts, those can start some shit, so we can go on. But there is victory in the end. So it will get better in the next administration. I'll leave it at that.
we got both sixes there, Johnny.
Yeah, that's I'm leaving that alone too. But speaking of money, Mitt Romney says that he is going to propose a bill to give all working adults $1,000 to help with short-term obligations. So this is not like $1,000 every single month. It's $1,000 for this month for the next 2 weeks that things are supposed to be projected to be shut down. And so will this pass? Will this go anywhere? What's going to happen?
Mitt Romney, one of the few Republicans that hasn't contracted corona.
Yeah. He didn't get the coronavirus because he wasn't invited to the corona party. He didn't have corona. He had Milwaukee's best, as I seen on Facebook. Let's see. Now, working adults, I don't know if that extends to people who are self-employed, but it's working adults is the way he phrased it.
I got that there's going to be some teamwork involving that, and good news in the end with the Page of Wands, but there's still some secrecy surrounding it. So there's still something that he's not quite clear on how to get it done, maybe. Some details that need to be hashed out. But it does look good as far as starting out on a new journey, though, and then having that teamwork with the Three of Pentacles. So
Yeah, it's, he's trying to bring some healing relief to people that are feeling burdened. It's going to be hard work for him to get this passed, but his fortunes are changing, so it's kind of a wait and see. But he does have the strength card. I also have the contentment card, so like he's satisfied with how it works out. But I get the hangman, and I feel like it's a sacrifice for him to do this because he's distancing himself further from the Republicans.
Yeah, and the second you said that, when you said you got the hangman, I got 5 of Pentacles, and you said rejection and isolation. So yeah, he's going to have a hard time figuring out who to work with. He
gets cooperation, but it's going to be from the Democrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get the 2 of Wands. So there is your new plans that he is trying to put into place. And then the 2 of Pentacles. So here is like the imbalance and that hard to juggle type thing. The Ace of Cups, he is going to have to get new partnerships, new alliances with that 6 of Coins. He's going to have to reach across the aisle because those are going to be the ones who want to claim the victory when it comes to social things. He is going to have to fight to get this passed with the Justice card and the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Cups there too. There's going to be some people who are not for it, naturally, because it's socialism, even though George Bush did it, because I remember being an adult getting $300 from the Bush administration for economic stimulus.
Yep.
And so it does look hopeful though. He's got the star in the outcome. And so it looks very hopeful. So I think that this just may pass. It may not pass quickly, but it will pass, I think.
I've got the hidden agenda card on the bottom. With this, can we do another spread and see maybe like what's hidden in this?
Let's see. Somebody's always got an agenda.
Well, you know how they like to lump a whole bunch of crap together. Like they had something about abortion with one of the things the other day. So of course it didn't pass.
Mm-hmm. Clean bill.
I wish somebody passed a law that all bills must be clean bills. They can't be lumped.
That one failed too, because there was a Clean Bill Act that was proposed, but that failed too. That's because we had a Republican government under Obama, because they tried to pass it under him and it didn't work. Because he had to deal with Boehner and then McConnell.
I'm a little confused about this one, but what I'm feeling is that it's trying to stop someone else's plans already in motion. And I'm not sure what that would be. So I got the Tower, but then I have three of Wands.
I feel like there's something about something that was killed a while back that was a bipartisan bill, that it's kind of bringing something back from that. And that's why a lot of people are watching this. They're trying to protect their own interests again, their own morals and dogma. There's going to be a lot of heated debate on this too. I feel like he gets Nancy's support on it. There's something from the past that's getting brought back up with it.
Oddly enough, I get the same exact thing. I get the Devil, well done, here in the center, and then crossed by the King of Cups. So whoever this would represent, there is a person and a person's agenda there. The 6 of Cups is here from the past, and it's surrounded by the High Priestess. So there is either an agenda or a vendetta, a legislation, or something from the past that involves this King of Cups or involves this supportive coalition around someone that is also, for whatever reason, being targeted by this piece of legislation. I don't know if he's just trying to make somebody look bad. I don't know if somebody's going to look bad as a result of it, or if they're going to use it and say, here's all the people who didn't vote for you to be helped out during this time. I don't know.
Yep. I have here, this to me right now is the corporations and how they share their resources. So I have King of Pentacles, which represents a corporation, but then I have Six of Pentacles, and then the anxiety card, Nine of Swords, surrounding that. So I think it's more of a bigger battle.
Yeah, I agree. It's something with corporations and the bosses, and it is revisiting something from the past.
It is the Knight of Cups and that Ace of Wands. There is not Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands. There is this comes as a surprise to someone simply because they have an agenda that this doesn't match. And it could be well, I won't go into all that, but there is a new perspective that is introduced because of this. And it does involve something here with the Four of Wands, some sort of company, some sort of something. I don't get anything political here. Well, not political as in White House, but there is a change to a relationship. So I feel as though there may be a look at this person, they didn't help you type of thing. So it might be a turn to flip the party back to Republican instead of Trumpian. I'm not sure, but there is an agenda behind this too. It's not just, hey, I'm generous, Mitt Romney. Let me give everybody $1,000.
I think it has to do with where they're going to take the money from to give to somebody else. So it feels like they're going to like screw somebody over a little bit by taking money from something that they put forward.
Wonder if it comes from his wall.
I'm just curious, will he ever get his wall built? Bless his little heart.
Well, I get, okay, new person or new relationship, new emotion of some sort. This is the kickoff point. Eight of Swords, though. So this is not new as in the people are new. This is new as in the emotion is new. So this is, I would even say, an attack if you want to go that far into it. The Three of Cups, there is a coalition. The Star, it does have something to do with a prominent player on one side and the Fool on the other side. So this may be a bit of a dig at the administration as well, as far as where the money comes from.
I get his wall will never be finished.
He's not building it. He's patching it, I think.
Yeah.
He's just rebuilding the same section, right?
Mm-hmm,
Right.
but it takes him $8 billion to do so. Like, give me $23.50 and I'll build you a wall. It's like, are you kidding me? Anyway, commercial break. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to post once more and again. If y'all are not subscribed to Tallulah's Tarot, there's the link. Go subscribe. You can go subscribe right now. Just click the link. It'll open a whole new page. Hit subscribe. Come back. We'll be
I'm
here.
addicted to Tallulah now. I have to go watch her, Johnie, now before I watch your video.
Her energy is lighter than mine.
But she usually has some videos up by the time I get my first cup of coffee in the morning. I'm not a morning person, so I'm a little slow.
I'm wore out by the time the evening hits, so I have to do them in the morning now.
So Biden is definitely going to run with a female VP. He said if he wins the nomination, he's going for female VP. Thank you, Catherine, very, very much. Now, before we start, I'm not looking at Bernie because the article didn't say anything about Bernie. This is not a Bernie versus Biden thing right now. I'm only looking at this because of what the article said. He said he was running with the female VP. So the front runners, not that he said, but the front runners are Klobuchar, Warren, and Kamala Harris. So I want to know how likely they are. I don't know if we need to do 3 separate spreads, but we'll see.
I'll pull 3 on each for mine and just go.
I think we should throw Stacey Abrams in there too.
And we can. I was only going off the article. They didn't mention her, even though that's the one we keep.
I even at like the exit polls when they were interviewing people, they were all talking about Stacey Abrams, that they'd like to see her as VP.
Yeah. Mhm.
Whoever he picks is going to be for image, because I got the image card on the
Yes,
bottom.
that's what they're saying too. That's all this really is.
And April.
And Warren.
Okay.
And Abrams. I got better cards for Abrams than anybody else.
Yeah, I still don't get. I was telling you about Kamala before we started.
I'm gonna do Tulsi too, since Tulsi is still a fly on the wall.
Lord Jesus, no. That made my heart flutter. Palpitations. Yeah, for Kamala, I still get. I see her in Justice right here in the center. I see her in the Justice Department in some capacity.
Yeah.
I don't see her as VP.
I think she's going to be Attorney General. She's still in the government, in the Justice Department. They've talked to her already about it. I think she's going to be Attorney General, which I would love.
Now for Kamala, I get the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. She's preoccupied with something else, and it's a heavy burden or a lot of hard work. It is something from the past that she used to do, and she was the Attorney General for California, was she not?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Then 7 of Cups. She has options, so she's going to be in the administration.
Yeah.
Even if she's not close to the administration, she's still a senator. So I mean, she's still going to be in the administration, but she's going to be in the administration.
What are you getting for Warren?
Warren, who was this? This was Klobuchar. This was this Warren? This was Warren. Warren, I get 10 of Cups. No, that's Stacey Abrams. This is Warren. 5 of Cups, 4 of Wands, and the Emperor. So the man in charge sort of delivers bad news towards Warren. Is what I get.
Mm-hmm.
I get for Warren. She's still going to be working, so she's still going to be a senator. She's going to be juggling a lot, and I get that she's going to be the boss of something. So she's going to head up one of the committees within the Senate. Could even be, if they take the Senate back, could be majority leader, speaker. So what do you get for Klobuchar?
What'd you get to him?
Oh, for Klobuchar?
For anybody.
I'm enjoying the show. So no,
did you do your Warren?
Yeah, no, I haven't done Warren yet. For her, I got that she's going to get there's a major change coming at the end of that. So she's probably going to do something she's not normally used to doing, but there's still secrecy surrounding it. So I don't think, but there's confusion as well. So I don't think she's really sure she would want to be VP with Biden. I'm not feeling like, I think last time I sort of got the same vibe. She's not opposed to working with him in the administration, just not as VP. And then for some reason, I know you guys got good stuff for Stacey Abrams. I didn't get that. I got 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and 3 of Swords. Like, it's going to be burdensome for her. There's a little bit more competition, I think, in the background that's going on. And she's going to be left feeling betrayed. Like maybe something was previously discussed with her, but then he's going to end up choosing someone else.
Yeah, I've got a lot of joy, a lot of support for her. I've got a lot of the Sun card, a lot of joy. A lot of people would like to see her in the spotlight, but then I get the Devil. That something else kind of stops it. It has to do with Biden's personal security factor in who he feels secure with.
Yeah, I get the 10 of Cups for her. So there's like that family energy, and then there's a change of perspective, and then the Wheel of Fortune. So I don't think it's going to be her, but she does have a place in the administration.
Yeah, I get strength and the Sword of Truth with her. So, fighting for something justice-wise. But
this may be someone out of obscurity, kind of like Tim Kaine.
Yeah.
To where it's just they're going to pick somebody we don't really know. Hopefully they pick Stacey, because I think she would garner good support for him. And like you said before, this is really just image in the first place.
Are we pulling on Tulsi? Ugh.
No,
Do Klobuchar. We skipped her.
Oh, we skipped.
her actually have good cards on. I get they've already talked to her about the White House, and I get the Ace of Cups, which is very positive, something new.
Yeah, I got teamwork, collaboration, and the star for Klobuchar as well. So
Klobuchar, I get the Knight of Pentacles. I get, it's called Adjustment, but it's the Judgment or not Justice card. And actually, no, it's not. What is 8? That's strength, isn't it? Strength or one of those. It doesn't matter. It ends in the devil. And so there is a hidden agenda or some sort of agenda with the Klobuchar thing. And it might be her.
Yeah, Tulsi, I get she's battle weary. She's burdened by her associations with Russia, but she is a fire sign woman. Although this could be Nancy, like something about Nancy. She's getting the crumbs. I think her time's up. She's a charity case at this point.
yeah, I got 3 of Swords and the empty offer with the Knight of Cups for her.
I got money for her.
You got what? I'm sorry.
I got money for her. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. Like she'll do it if, I guess, if her handler says she can.
Yep, I got 9 of Pentacles too just now.
Oh Lord! So we did this last night. So let's do this one time for the people.
But
let's ask the cards, maybe like 3 cards or so, to describe who Joe Biden as a VP would be. Let's see what we get. Now they're all lawyers, so we'll have to keep that in mind too, or most of them. And I always get the Knight of Pentacles. So let's see.
so just characteristics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, sort of get the same thing, a hardworking person. And 3 of Cups would just indicate that this is a chosen thing by the DNC. 7 of Cups. This person may come out of nowhere. Or be unexpected. I'll say it that way.
Yeah. I got this person as sort of destined, like you were saying, chosen. So I got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's sort of a pre-planned thing, I think, from the beginning in the back of his mind, and well prepared. This person's well prepared to step up because probably they knew they'd always be there. And it's a person that's used to working with people throughout the world, not just like a local, like a senator that hasn't traveled extensively.
So it's kind of interesting. On the bottom of the deck, I've got the 4 of Swords. This is the person that's laid down their sword. So maybe someone who ran and has withdrawn and has laid their sword down. This is also someone who takes the time to take knowledge within before they move into action. And then I get it's someone that's supported by businessmen and by caring, nurturing people, men meaning humankind. Someone that's supported, from people that have empathy as well as by business people. So it's somebody that can see from both sides. Like you have to have a balance between how do you help the impoverished while not hurting the businesses.
Okay. Well, moving on. The HHS, the Health and Human Services website, has been hit with a lot of bots lately. It's not been hacked, so we don't have to worry about that part. But they feel as though the bots are attacking the website to either slow it down or to disable it altogether. So I want to know, what is the purpose of these attacks? Is it to cripple the website and thus keep people more in fear than they already are? Because this is the Health and Human Services website. And bots are all over YouTube as of right now.
Of course.
They're nice though. They say nice content. Keep up the good work. Well,
Yep.
thank you. Thank you so very much.
I have that they are hoping people lose patience and lose what they desire. So they want them to actually lose access to help. Cool.
I'm getting that, and even a step further, the ferryman, like that they hope more people die that don't get the information that they need.
Mhm.
So in chaos.
There's big money behind this too. They're trying to tie people's hands. Feels like it's coming from overseas.
It is. I get Emperor Six of Swords, so there is a foreign influence in this. But again, it has not been hacked. It has been bombarded with bots. So I want to make the distinction because they're making the distinction. So if it has been hacked, that means it was trying to get into information. So none of the information was even approached. So it has not been hacked. It's been attacked.
So they're overloading it.
Yes, on
to slow
purpose.
it down.
To either crash it or to just slow it down.
Yep.
And I get the Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So that's they're working. They're continuing to do this. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. There's your attack.
Mhm.
The Ten of Cups lets me know that this is probably one of those bot farms, troll farms type of things. They're probably in a warehouse somewhere, all over the internet, anywhere where anybody would congregate online, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, chat, everybody chat. And then it ends in the star. So this is coming from afar. So they'll continue to do this, but like I said, this is not a hack, so you don't have to worry about information. Just the website might be damaged and all that type of stuff, but they got IT people for that one, so don't panic them out.
Yeah. I got the Knight of Swords too while you were going through yours, and I also got Five of Pentacles. So it's just basically attacking to make you further feel isolated, more so than you already are with having to stay in and away from help. So
They're talking about my girl Katie Porter in the chat from Oregon. I love her.
yeah.
I think she'd be awesome one day as president, or move her over to the Senate so she doesn't have to run every 2 years.
Okay, let me address this too. Debbie and anybody else. Larry Girl is fine. She just doesn't come into the chat that often anymore. We had a troll who went from, well, I won't say troll. Let me not be mean. We had a person, an individual, that went from room to room, sort of attacking some of the people that were in the chat. And so she's fine to just watch and lurk. She doesn't necessarily want to comment all the time. I just seen her in, I think, Sienna's chat the other day. So she is alive. She is fine. You'll be all right. Okay. So will the job numbers continue to go up? Jobless numbers continue to go up now that so much has been shut down. Some businesses can barely afford to stay open as it is. So a 2-week absence with no money whatsoever is quite crippling. So will the jobless numbers continue to increase? And what's the plan?
Yeah, they're announcing shutting down restaurants and stuff like that today. So, there's going to be a lot of layoffs, I think.
Mhm.
They're doing it in San Francisco right now.
Mm-hmm. And mind you, unemployment rates have never been accurate because it doesn't take into account the self-employed or a lot of the mom and pop type people.
I heard that it's going to be controlled. So we're going to start seeing more control over it. As far as the massive, like layoffs, and I think it'll sort of, I want to say sort of steady off at some point. But whatever happened, excuse me, do we know if they're working on that, like paid leave and all that stuff? Have they even started on that, or is that just something he said? and threw out there.
I think right now that's something he threw out there, but because I get the same thing. I think they are going to work on that though, because I do still get the same thing.
I'm getting with unemployment numbers like new starts. I'm getting it's going to be manipulated, especially in the travel industry. So watch for that. So whether it's hotel, airlines, whatever, again, travel industry, they're masking it because they know everybody's watching it. And this direction's coming from the White House. So I do feel like it's being tampered with. Like we're not going to know what the real number is.
Yeah, I got right as you were saying that. They're trying
double. There he is.
I got the high priestess with secrets, and then I have that they're just trying to maintain and hold on to what they have. But again, it's surrounded by secrets. So they're not going to be honest with efforts.
Yeah, I get Lovers and the 8 of Wands, so they will be able to, at the very least, manipulate the messaging around this. Mm-hmm. The Knight of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles, they are moving forward into creating some sort of, I don't call it safety net, but at least a plan to correct jobless numbers at least by the end of the year. Not correct, to sort of put in the ground some seeds to do something better in the future.
They're probably going to term them temporary layoffs, to mask it, as opposed to, no, they're gone, they're cut.
Because my last card is the Page of Swords. So there's your delay and your bad news, but it is crossed by the 4 of Pentacles. So they're going to sort of control this messaging. So it will go up, yes, the jobless number, but they will say that, and it is going to get better. So this is not, this is not the end of the world, but it may feel like it when you ain't got no money. So, I mean,
right.
Perspective is everything.
When your car is gone.
I'm saying. So let's look at tampering with the votes. In the primaries, it seems as though the actual vote count and what was the word you used?
Exit polls.
Exit polls were different. So was there tampering with the votes by anyone? Let me just say it that way. By the Dems, by Russia, but was there tampering in the Democratic primaries voting wise? Since the exit polls and the actual votes did not match. Now, I did a reading on, is the DNC, I forget what the word I use, but basically, are they trying to cover up what they're doing? And I think it is. I think something went down that they don't want to say.
Yeah, so I divided mine. So I have, I pulled 4 for the Dems, 4 for Republicans, and then 4 for overseas influence. So right off the bat for the Dems, I got working alongside someone. So I got 8 of Pentacles and the Lovers. And it's to sort of balance things out with the Justice card. And Knight of Wands shows up, which is, of course, the Chaos card. So,
I think there's some hacking.
There's some
messing around with it. Like they wanted somebody else to stand on higher ground. Yeah. I get, Pentacles, like the Ace of Pentacles, I see as an actual vote, like a gift of votes. And I feel like it's coming from someone overseas because I have this in the future. Mm-hmm. Someone, they had a plan that they moved into action with and surprising everybody because the way they voted isn't how the results went. So I do get that, there was a plan and they were victorious with it. There is a masking in the votes and they wanted one person, killed in the primaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, first cards I get is the 10 of Swords and the Devil. So there was something going on. 3 of Cups, there's your collaboration. and the moon. So there was a team effort to get the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands. So there was a team effort, and it was to sew in a bit of confusion and maybe the person that they were looking for, the emperor, and somebody in charge, to be in charge of the Hierophant, the government. So this might be orchestrated. Just saying.
So for my overseas cards, I pulled someone overseas, yes, with the world. There was a plan. Everybody was working together in the background to create massive upheaval with the tower. So I think that's straightforward. And using the same tactics in the from the past. So it's not like they had to think outside of the box this time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So was the reason they did it just to create confusion, or was it because they wanted to push someone through that they think Trump can beat? What was the reason behind tampering?
Hi, Ganga.
Miss Ganga.
Let me pull some up. Was it about Trump or was it just about confusion? Trump. I have that it was about wanting someone to beat Trump with the Three of Pentacles.
Yeah, they just wanted
Or someone.
what I get.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it was about anything other than supporting Biden. Whatever they could do. Now, he still could lose, mind you. But I think it's just to support him.
Yep. I'm getting that it was to bully back at Trump, to try to break up this strong stranglehold on us. It's about support for who they want in the White House. That kind of implies it's from the Democratic side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
We're waiting for you, Ganga.
Can I go a step further on that one?
Go for it.
Play devil's advocate. I got so many overseas cards. Is it possible someone in the Democratic Party would work with someone overseas to do the same thing, tit for tat?
Oh, like a hey, Sweden, if you're listening.
Somebody that hasn't stepped out of the race yet. Like a female that hasn't dropped out of the race yet.
Oh yeah. Like one of those. Yeah. Let's see. Sweet memories. Again with the Judgment, and again with the White House. Someone from the past that's been there for a while. Again with the past, the Judgment. Someone who knows their way around. And then here to secure the White House still.
I get that same nostalgia.
I don't get overseas in this one. I get the world card, though.
Looks to me like they're going to do it again, too. Like, soon.
Well, speaking of overseas, unfortunately, since we are sort of vulnerable at the moment, could there be a pending attack on American soil?
A what attack?
A pending attack. Could
Okay.
someone try to attack us from the outside, seeing as how we're kind of in a vulnerable state right now? Now, I doubt it, but, let's see.
I think Trump would love to start something as a distraction.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, he did just bomb an Iranian site in Iraq, I believe.
Yeah. distract from the bug that's going around, distract from the economy, and feed the war machine, to try and stir the economy.
All his contractor friends. Collaborated effort, recovery, establishment. Yes. Oh my goodness. I just got the cards for everything you just said, Jen. So I got the sun, as in, yes, he would definitely, it could take place, but it would be a collaborative sort of an amp up based off of Trump's efforts. So here's your King of Swords. To look like things are recovering or that he's back in charge with the Star. And it's all around the establishment with the Ten of Pentacles.
That's the only thing the Republicans know how to do to fuel the economy is stir up the war machine.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What are you getting, Johnny?
I have 4 swords and the Hierophant. So there is right now a rest or retreat within the government or they would love to, I guess, change the narrative. I do get Ace of Pentacles and 6 of Pentacles. So there is an opportunity to have a collaborative effort with someone else, because I get the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. This is a negative offer that you are tied into, but you also have Congress that stands in the way. So because I get my Nancy Pelosi card, which just means opposition for me. But we are secure as of right now with the Knight of Pentacles. It is crossed by the Death card. Not that there's going to be death, but it is crossed by change. So there are certain steps that he would have to take in order for this to be justified, even through his Republicans, his fellow Matt Gaetz, who called into question the last time. So I think we're secure as of right now.
Yeah, I get America getting something we don't want, which an attack would be. And the challenge would be to walk away from it. Like, it'd be very difficult to walk away from it. I get the Sun and Trump on this, that, trying to do something to make Trump look in better light, to transition him out of this difficult time. And I get that it's an orchestrated thing. So Trump is probably aware of it. I get justice with it, like a balancing of what's going on, and temperance, a balancing of what's going on right now in our country. I get it's an orchestrated thing, but I do get it'll be blocked. So thanks maybe to that new legislation where they just said he can't go to war without Senate approval and stuff again.
Yeah, as Johnny was talking, I got the Queen of Swords again. The legal aspect is going to stop whatever that may be.
Trump's got the itchy finger for that nuke button. We all know it.
Oh, yeah.
Let me push it. It's the
I told you that was made by Fisher Price. It's not a big deal. It doesn't work.
I wish they'd just give him a fake button and make a big boom outside the White House.
It probably makes barking noises or something.
Put a little movie up for him to make it look like something happened.
Take up his Coke can so when he opens it.
Oh, Lord. So GM Dave had a not a question, but one I was going to address. Actually, Jen Lynn said that too, that he might have been Caligula in a past life. And so there's a lot of speculation on that one. So yeah. But speaking of Caligula, Andrew Gilliam, poor thing, he was running for governor of Florida. He lost because gerrymandering and whatnot, and he is now blaming that loss upon his depression, and he has checked into rehab yesterday for alcohol abuse. So good for him. However, he is still denying what was going on previously. So what happened, for those who didn't see it yesterday, Andrew Gilliam, who was, like I said, running for governor in Florida, was found in a room with 2 men. One of them was ODing on crystal meth. The other one was a male escort, prostitute, whatever you want to call it. So he said he was there as support for his friend who was on the floor passed out on crystal meth. He was not partaking in the crystal meth. That's what he said. So I don't know what question you actually had, but I'm still riveted to this situation.
Like, it's chaperone, right?
Yeah.
How is this going to work out for him?
Yeah.
We looked at it last night, and it looked like it did happen, that he was a part of it. There was party going on.
I want to know.
And he is married and has kids. And
Right.
he was in this hotel room with the crystal meth addict and the male escort.
I want to know if he's lying about the meth, number one. And number two, is he having like down low affairs on his spouse? Sorry if that's a bit much.
That's what we mean.
Purely for entertainment purposes only, YouTube.
I'm entertained. Because the escort said something. He had a little statement he released too, about he didn't know anything about him coming over to support or something like he was there to have fun. He was not there because he was just stopping by to check with his friend.
So was he doing meth or not? And then what was the second part of that?
Was he doing meth? Is he having an affair with these men? And is he having down low relationships on his wife?
Mm-hmm. Meth and men.
Meth and man.
Yeah.
Not method man.
That's a whole other.
Yeah. What's he doing, man?
I got a big yes card on the bottom of the deck.
Oh, mercy.
It's been a burden for him for a while. And then I have the moderation card, of course, which is trying to manage your addiction. And then secrets. So I think he has been doing meth, but again, it shows up as a burden right in the middle. So I think he's been doing it for a while. It's not just something somebody suggested to him at the party and said, "Hey, let me try it." So the down low preparation, yep, chaos, the moon, yeah. I think he used his celebrity also to hook up with people. So preparation here. Look, this person's in the bed. Then we have topped with the moon. So he's been deceptive to his spouse. Yeah, and he used his control and his celebrity. So you have the Emperor and the Six of Wands here to actually gain influence over some of these people. So
what is it, Johnny? You call it finding your tribe, but usually your tribe's like a little more spiritual or something. I think he's found his tribe. He's, been hardworking, and he had this loss. Okay, yeah, we know about that. But I have on the bottom one of my yes cards, the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. I've got attracted to younger people and temperance here, and I have the Devil and things that are manipulated and bonding. And the reason I say he's found his tribe is because I have the Family card and new emotion here. I think this is his tribe. This is who he really is.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian said he has an arranged marriage. Your friends in Florida confirmed it. That sounds like what this is. Like he has a public persona he must portray. Therefore, you have like Mitch McConnell and all these people. They got these wives and these. Anyway. I don't know why Lindsey Graham never got that program, but anyway, it starts with the Page of Cups. So yes, this is him and his indulgence, his fantasies, his all that stuff. I get the Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Now here's the sad part about it, though. I think this is a ongoing problem with him. I think he's always had maybe a drug or alcohol problem, or maybe both, or actually both.
I was just going to ask that, like when he was running, before he was running, what was going on?
Yeah, because I get the Temperance, but it's in the Fear. This is his sobriety. Like he's always, because as they say, you're never really cured of your addictions. You just fight it day by day. And this is him in his addiction. Now I get the Seven of Wands, or Seven of Cups, that is your confusion. This would be him on an alternative substance. In this deck, oddly enough, it's called debauchery. So, I mean, not to be too on the nose with it, but that's what it's called. And then there is the Eight of Cups. So he leaves behind, because he's got the Ten of Swords too. He leaves behind his sobriety because this is fun for him, but it's in the papers now. So now he has to have the appearance of doing something about it.
Yeah.
And so now he's embarrassed, and he's embarrassed the people around him, and so forth and so forth.
I actually get that part of this tribe of his is who gave him money to run for the election. That's who some of his donors are.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay, so we'll do one more. I want to end on, since we're talking about relationships, let's do again, since we have Tallulah here. First off, commercial break. If y'all are not subscribed to Tallulah's Tarot, that is the link. Go subscribe right now. So now back to what I was saying.
Oh, can I add one thing? Can I add one thing? Also, if you want to see the pumps that I bought Lindsey Graham, the rose-colored 3-inch pumps that I got Lindsey Graham.
It'll go with his suit.
What? What is that?
It'll go with his suit.
Yeah, his suit and his rosy cheeks.
Did you send them to him?
No. I should.
We're going to pass the collection plate
I was like, Lord have all the mercies if you sent them to him.
Just go on, baby. Be yourself. That's what we're going to put a little note in there.
Yep.
So I want to look at Donald Trump and Melania's relationship.
Oh, God.
There is 2 signs that he's on the way out that I am on the fence about whether they are happening or have happened. And one is the massive protest. So the moment you see a massive protest, he's on the way out. And then there is him and Melania, since they're not living in the same place. Like, is it just because she wants to live with her parents and she's 50 something years old? Or is it because she don't really care for him all that much and they're having a hard time? No, Tilted Tarot is a YouTube channel, and I'm going to put the link in there for you, so you have no excuse not to subscribe.
Don't be judging, though. It's 18 and over.
It's for grown people, so don't go over there with your sensitive feelings, because we ain't playing all that now.
I get the cuss over there.
Don't go over there. Oh, I can't believe you. Don't you start. There it is. Subscribe.
Yeah, for mature audiences only.
Only. Don't go over there with your sensitivity, because you're going to get cussed out. I'm just letting you know.
He's seen me do it. He's helped me do it.
You ain't got to tell everybody all that. I didn't.
Don't get shot down.
Oh, Lord. No, I'm hall monitor. That's all it was. Come in there with that mess. That's all I'm saying.
What was the question?
I just want to look at Donald Trump and Melania.
Oh yeah, those 2.
And see what's going on with their relationship now.
I got sidetracked. Sorry.
Yeah, I start laughing. I start sweating.
Now I got my menopause fan, but it ain't doing nothing for me right now.
Sweating and wheezing.
I got a cough too, but I ain't got corona. Don't go there.
The
Start healing circle for me now.
I got the bullying card right on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I got the fool. Wait, I got the fool and the 4 of Swords. He's in timeout. Yeah, leave me alone, fool. And he's isolated and rejected. I got 5 of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Manipulator, lovers. Oh, she's looking. I got a new connection. She might be looking at somebody new.
Yeah.
So
okay, so here's another question when y'all get finished. Then
I think she's looking at somebody new too. We might have to look at that because that's her challenge. You know, here she is, the mother. I think she's concerned because of the showing up as the Empress. She's concerned about Baron. I accidentally pulled 2 cards at the root. She wants custody of Baron. at the root of this. But the challenge is there's another man, a fire sign man in the picture.
Yep.
She is like mourning in the past. She's like done with it. Here's Trump crowning the reading, and she's getting ready to transition away from him. She's just trying to make sure she's got enough money to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you again. I see the comment. Wow, there it is.
I gotta look and see who this man is. Tallulah, let's ask who's the man.
Well, wait a minute. Let me show you this. Because I'm gonna go on the record saying this. They're separated already.
Ooh.
They're just not divorced. Because there's my 3 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. I think they are more than just living apart. And then I get the Judgment card here, and I get the Strength card. I get the Hermit. I get the 6 of Pentacles. Like, they're separated. Like, they're just not divorced, because that would be a public document, and then that would be a public scandal, and then that would be in the public papers. So I think they're divorced or separated.
Yeah. They certainly don't live together, and she certainly knocks his hand away every time he tries to touch her.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're asking who, right, Jen?
Yeah, who's the other man?
Who's the other man?
Tell us more about him.
Okay. Definitely new. He's got money. He's financially stable, obviously. Someone that's been waiting in the background for her and being patient for her. Yeah, someone's still very successful again. 6 of Swords. And they're already, getting it on with someone she's very close to. So the Lovers popped up again. Again, he's been waiting in the wings. He would be willing to take Baron. I got the Empress too, but in this particular Empress card, it shows the child. Usually it doesn't show the child. So yeah, he's willing to sort of make them a family unit already.
I get he's actually kind of helping her fight for him. Not that Trump wants any of his kids. He always left them with the ex-wives.
Right. That wouldn't be a hard fight, right?
Yeah, it's like his wall, a little blow over quick.
Yeah, I get the Knight of Cups, the romance, the Knight of Pentacles, so he has money. So I think this may have started as a physical thing, and then she realized, oh, you got a couple coins in your pocket, let me stay around over here. The 10 of Cups, there's the happy family, and then I got the Sun above that. They are happy for the moment, which I'm not putting too much stock on the relationship, saying yay you, because we see the kind of people she attracts. So there is the 4 of Wands and the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. I think he just may be Trump with a different hairstyle.
Yeah.
But in the end, I get the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, so they're not going to stay together much longer or forever, because I get the Devil with him too.
I get this came on very fast. It was a new relationship on a trip, and very quickly went to the Lovers. Although he does seem to be, supportive of taking on the child, they're just sharing bits of time. They're just kind of giving each other the crumbs. They don't have a lot of time to give to each other. And he's waiting on her to leave Trump. But their relationship is burdened. It's kind of unclear where it's going. Could be a broken heart. Just a broken heart.
Yeah, and 3 of Swords too.
Yeah.
I mean, she attracts the kind of person, because she's not really looking for thank you, Patricia. She's not really looking for love. I think she keeps looking for someone to take care of her.
Yeah.
A stepping stone.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to have money for her to even look, though.
That's why she should have been down at the Pizza Hut, find somebody with a good heart instead of a big paycheck. But hey, you do you, boo. That's all I got. Thank y'all for coming out on Monday. Try to keep this short for the watcher backers, and we will see y'all either sometime this week, because you know how I do, or Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye.